posting, and it's like, can I freak the algorithm so I can get more money? And it's not, like I'm watching it, I'm watching it as an observer, and I'm also doing some social experiments, but it's wild to me that that could be the only source of income for people. And now it's cut in half. And if you've been making this money for 3 years, what do you do?
That's why, honestly, if you are not currently, I mean, they're trying to take TikTok away. We already see what Facebook has done. If you have not gotten the memo, you don't own access to your audience there, and are not doing like what Karen has done here, which is to shift access to herself, right? So that way, wherever she goes, we go, right? Karen's like, oh, be quiet, girl. All right, I'm gonna talk about me, right? Right? I own access to my audience 3 different ways. First, it started off as email. Right. Then I was like, okay, I don't feel comfortable just doing email. Now I switched to text messaging as well. Right. And now I use this platform called Mighty Networks, where now we have this Dream Catchers group. So 3 ways I own access to my audience. So when all this falls down, because London Bridge is falling down, there are 3 ways that I can hit up my Dream Catchers that I'm like, I'm good. If you are not shifting people slowly but surely, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, I love watching like beekeeping videos. If you ever seen when a beekeeper comes and like takes bees from, like, say, like a house where the bees are not supposed to be, to where like a bee box, they will slowly but surely, literally, they'll calm the bees down with some smoke and literally hold the bees and slowly but surely shift them to where they need to be. You need to be going and getting your bees and bringing them to where you want them to be, because eventually they will cut off access to your people. They used us. We are the matrix. We are the batteries in their business. They used us to get eyes on the platform, to get people to come, and then they're going to cut you out. That is the intention. So now
and even if we take it beyond the internet, I remember Fox brought in Living Color, Living Single, Girlfriend. Like they made sure that they built an audience off of Black folk, and then canceled all of those shows and replaced them with shows that nobody cared about, because they already had the advertising numbers. They had that number to go out and get the advertising dollars. They didn't really want the content. So we've seen it happen before in media. Now it's taken to the 10th degree. You're absolutely right, Tiffany. Aliche.
If you've seen Substack, they're actually one of the first companies that allow you to take your social graph with you. So you own those emails. No other social media. And they just released this, I think, like 2 weeks ago. I was reading the news about it. And that's a huge deal, to your point, because that's a thing that content creators are starting to demand. Is that, why do you guys get to own all the people, my whole audience? That's not fair. Twitch owns your audience. They shut off people real quick on Twitch. That's Amazon. I mean, all these companies are actually just, we're the batteries. I think that's a really, really, really great way to put it. And I'm going to be using that with my friends as well, because they are sucking us dry left, right, and center, and they're selling ads against us. So we got to figure out a way to own those. And I think the email thing is also a really great way to start.
And using the information they steal from us to, as you said, sell back to us.
Sell right back to you. You're literally saying, oh, I'm tired. And your phone to be like, do you need wake up juice? You're like, oh, is my phone listening? Absolutely. Even when you have it off, it's listening, just so you know. Absolutely, your phone is listening.
To that, 866-801-8255. Elon Musk has been doing some musky things out in the streets. Not the least of which, as you talked about, ownership of your time, being able to start your own business is a luxury, and it's not for everyone. But this dude says he works 24 hours, he works 7 days a week. He doesn't understand why people aren't coming into the office. He says it's morally wrong to work from home. Where he works from, by the way, he works from home. he said, I kind of think the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, let them eat cake. You're going to make people who make your food that gets delivered, they can't work from home. The people that come fix your house, they can't work from home, but you can. That's messed up. It seems morally wrong. Morally wrong. I mean,
from a billionaire, isn't that rich?
Who works from home? Who works from home? And he says, I take maybe 2 or 3 days off, but your work is not. What? You don't work.
Well, they believe, this is what is becoming increasingly clear, and I hope that people are understanding. They do not believe that you are a human being. That your job is to make their lives comfortable. And how dare the things that we own? Like I was watching this crazy video that there's an uptick in bunkers, like these underground bunkers, but I'm talking about 10 million, $20 million bunkers that these super wealthy billionaires are buying. And do you know what they have in these bunkers, Karen? They have servants' quarters. Because even when the world is coming to an end, they are still looking for someone to wipe their behind. So you have to understand that like the uber wealthy look at regular, everyday people as tools and a means to their end, you know? And so like, it's really crazy. And so you... Like for Elon Musk, you know, he said he takes off 2 or 3 days a year. Well, that's a terrible life. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to overwork and overwhelm. I don't have to give my life, my blood, I do not owe you that. And to what end? So you can be wealthier and richer? No, Elon Musk can kick all the rocks, you know, like if he wants to have an early heart attack, you know, ask Steve Jobs how that goes.
Yeah.
You know, like when you don't take care of yourself. No, for real, all the wealth in the world is not going to save you if you put your health in jeopardy, you know? And so like, yeah, no, he is like, I mean, it's just, he is, I try not to give him too much energy because he has lost all sense of humanity, and that's clear. And I hope people can get out of that place of work as quickly as possible. And I hope that there's this uprising. What I love about young people, they're not with the shits. You know,
yes,
they're like,
I'm
not
true.
doing all that, you know?
Right. Well, a man raised in South Africa under apartheid probably is doing what people like that would do. Sina Ghaznavi is here. Tiffany Aliche, The Budgetnista, Get Good with Money is the best-selling book. It's amazing. I keep it over my shoulder. 10 simple steps to becoming financially whole. And this is a book that can be in your family. You could pass down to your children. You could pass down to your grandchildren because it's everlasting knowledge.